How are you doing, guys? It's Chris here. I'm just about to train, but before we do that, I want to bring you this week's episode of Cut the Confusion, and this is episode number 3. So, do carbohydrates actually make you fat? So you've seen it everywhere. Carbohydrates are basically the new devil. They are making you fat at a rate of knots. Well, let me be honest with you. Carbohydrates, when it comes to what they actually do, they're not essential for us to support life. But what they do is they provide much needed fuel. So when we're talking about creating energy, we actually derive the majority of that energy from carbohydrates in terms of normal energy metabolism. Obviously, we can do that from fats as well. But when we're looking at simply, do carbohydrates make you fat as a standalone nutrient? No, they don't. So carbohydrates don't make you fat, but what they do, and this is one thing that we do in the UK, so we eat far too many carbohydrates, far too many processed foods, too many calories, too many fats. So what's actually happening from a physiological point of view is what these carbohydrates are doing, along with other foods that are doing this also, is they're leading to a rise in insulin. And what insulin is then doing, along with obviously the higher amount of calories being circulated in your bloodstream and also free fatty acids in your bloodstream and all that sort of stuff, is it's blunting your ability to break down existing body fat stores. So it's not that carbohydrates make you fat, and actually for carbohydrates to make you fat, you have to go through a particular pathway called de novo lipogenesis, which means you'd have to be eating a lot of carbs on their own. So what's actually happening is the carbohydrates that you're consuming when you're eating too many carbs is that's simply just blunting your ability to break down your existing body fat stores. But remember, we don't usually eat carbs on their own. So all those free fatty acids that are in circulation alongside those carbohydrates, those are getting mopped up and those are getting sent towards fat cells. Now, I put a little post on earlier today about carbohydrate cycling, and that's one of my favourite methods to get people lean. So essentially putting more carbohydrates in and around us training days where we're actually going to be burning more fuel, needing more energy, and actually be in a position where we can handle more carbs, and obviously less on non-training days. So the long and short of today's Cut the Confusion is that carbs don't make you fat. Calories in too many amounts obviously make you fat, and just too much of eating the wrong foods, guys, you know that. But obviously the other thing is there's certain foods that you're under eating as well, which we've talked about on previous videos. So if you found this useful, again, guys, give us a like. But I've got some bad news for you today as well. We now have a waiting list for one-to-one clients for the evening. So we don't have any evening availability. And we also have a waiting list of clients that are also ready to go for evening appointments. So if you do apply to work with us and you are wanting to achieve your own body transformation and need evening slots, I'm afraid we haven't got them, guys. Obviously, what I do have is the online body transformation project, which you can sign up for. I'll put a little link on for this post below. And that's it. So carbs do not make you fat, no matter what your favourite celebrity says, no matter what you're reading in whatever magazines it is you read, no matter what you see in the press. Carbs alone do not make you fat. It's too much of everything. So you're having too much of a good time, essentially. All right, guys, I'm signing off. I'm about to train, and I'll see you soon.